New year, new club members, green girl arrival. Deer Club is on the ups, I guess. We compete, we get ready. Nationals it's coming around. Not really, but that'd be fun. I don't know what else is gonna happen. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Hopefully I enjoy. If you look at all the and subscribe, feel free to stick around with this guys. Make comments with this episode of series. Let's go on with episode 4 of my dear friend Nokotan. So the girls who are spying on us. 日の南高校を盛り上げていきましょう。これこれ、今までは鹿の子のせいでバタバタしてたけど、本来私はこういうの目指して。Saving face in the student council. I don't know. この3人の中に鹿部廃部を狙っているやつがいるのである。The red girl for sure. Red girl for sure. Is it an important club activity? Important in becoming a deer? Thank you. Crazy aura. なんたって私の野望はあんたを倒すことなんだから。How so? I thought I said she was a senior. Maybe I read it wrong. If so, I don't know how she does that. なんだかんだで人気みたいだし。なんなの？私は決めたのよ。こいつにボロを出させて、鹿部を廃部に追いやり、生徒会長の座。Okay, okay, that would make sense. That would make sense. She has a lot of those. Oh, sure, sure. I'm just gonna get pushed around. Oh, she's competitive. I wouldn't say she's grumpy. Competitive would be the word we go with. How cute. They don't make clothes big enough for her. She has to use the steps too. They say she was 132 centimeters? What the fuck? I like the color of what they do, like for the indication of their years and stuff. I feel like usually it's just like a standard 3 colors, and all of these are kind of unique and have their own shades and everything to them. Are you sure? Pure chaos. Calm down a bit. Yeah, you'd have to take accountability for all this and look bad on you. Back to the streets, back to the delinquent life she once lived. It's the only thing you can do. It's natural. Yeah, I mean, yourself included. She seems normal so far, but there's definitely something underneath, right? She violent? She seems to... The stapler scares me. Pretty standard stuff. Is there anything you need? Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Unwillingly. Do you want to become a deer? Just making conversation? Alright. The silence speaks volumes. Curiosity. Nothing crazy. No. They're all watching God. Not even touching your hand. God, she is so tiny. What the fuck? We have things to do. We have a club to destroy. We got finally a big test. Yeah. She really took us up on it. You did set yourself up by even asking her if she was interested. She might not even be. She might be. I think she's more so just gonna be shocked that you're doing absolutely nothing in this club. There's not a thought going on behind those eyes. No, she's the perfect one for this because she won't be phased in the slightest. I don't think I know. Like? We did have the camera set up, that is true. She's just watching the episode. Yeah. Right. Is that the deer? Oh god, he's back? Just out the loop, wondering what the fuck's going on. Oh, he's going back to where he belongs. Yeah, this is what anybody would want. Oh. You literally have to try everything with her, and eventually you'll get something. You'll get a response eventually. Special goo. Oh, what? What is in there? Is it just empty? Oh. It seems like everybody is. Except for your sister, I guess. Thanks for observing for the day. We hope you enjoyed your stay. Yeah. Open invitation.
あの草の良さがわかるとは、あやつなかなか見る目がある。
どうしたんだその顔。おい、千春。
また来てね。
Yeah.
先輩とノコタン先輩と。
It's not even that. It's just the fact that she'd come up and the first reaction from somebody would be like, why are you showing emotion?
間近で見るノコタン先輩、可愛かった。
Was she?
知り合いのコシタンがいるなら緊張せずに話せるかと思い、勇気を出してノコタンに会いに行ったのだ。
Nice.
そういえばノコ先輩と普通におしゃべりできる会長が羨ましくて、ついじっと見ちゃったな。
But she gave you the opportunity, so you should forever.
ないといいけど。
But yeah, guys, it should be ever be grateful for, you know?
後輩に慕われる先輩その1、困っている時にすぐに手を貸してくれる。
We just do everything that we can. Gotta get him on our side now.
体育倉庫ってよく閉じ込められたりするよね。
後輩に慕われる先輩その2、気さくに冗談とかを言ってくれる。
私たちも閉じ込められたりして。
Then it happens. Yeah. One, because you brought attention to it. Two, because it's a classic.
中にまだいるんですけど。田中浩二さん大丈夫？全然大丈夫じゃない。なんてベタな展開。ちょいちょいちょいちょいちょいちょい。
It's over. It's over.
だってもう一生ここから出られないかもしれないですし。なわけないでしょ。何をどう考えた。
Well, if there's no way out, nobody may ever come here. Right, right.
好きにこず過ぎ去る日々、尽きる体力、疲弊する精神、そして CR のみ。鹿の子？なんでこんなところに？ってそんなことはこの際どうだっていいや。おい鹿の子さん、私。
Does she have like special hearing abilities or no? Smelling? Sensory? Something? Okay. Why does she have holes in her suit? We just eat the grass, of course, of course. Ma'am, this is a food that is meant to be eaten, not loved. Oh, we're competing. You have to do some weird thing, like have some sort of progression on romantic feelings or something between each other. Very intimate moment. And then somebody will come in. That's the classic.
一体何の罰かわからないけど、私だって少しはたぬき工事さんの力になれるかもしれないわ。紹介で。料理なんてろくにしたことないのに、趣味は料理ですって嘘ついちゃったんです。犯した罪に可愛げがありすぎる。扉が。
This is not the scene that I thought we were gonna be in. But now you look like a bad person. You're trapping her.
助けに来てくれたのか？え、何のこと？飛び箱の中でこっそり栽培してたキノコを取りに来ただけだよ。お前そんなことしてたの？
In there?
もしや私のキノコを狙って。そんなわけあるかい？
I thought she was gonna get mad that they were playing without her, not that. I grew a person.
コシタンとタヌキ無事生還。
Well done, well done. And we can have it with our rice. Everybody's happy.
おかわり。え？
We're just missing one. And everybody will be back together, all alone in the office. The club you're desperately trying to take down, all your friends are enjoying. The student council or other members of the student council, minus Koshi, are out for absolute blood here. And I say blood, actually, it's just one of them. And I say other members, it's just one of them. I don't know where I was going with that. We had one of them who's got a problem, and the others are a bunch of an odd cast of people, which makes sense. I mean, that's we were expecting that going into this, and every single person has their own quirks and things about them, so of course they all have to be very, very distinct and different, taking from, you know, common tropes, of course, of the variety of others, but all having their own unique and fun little flair on each of them, while also having very fun character designs, I would say. I actually enjoy them all a lot, and they all fit and allow for very distinctive things, I would say, which I think is pretty cool. And then we just get some overall fun moments of bonding between, split in half kind of, between each of the members, learning and coming into the club for the first time, and it gives you a little bit more to flesh them out, while the girl in the second half, I can't remember any of the names, to be honest, but the one that we had in the second half, the one's always like freaking out over everything, it doesn't really, I guess, get too much. We don't really get to see multiple sides of her or anything, and we stick to a very kind of flat base for what she is. It is fun that we get moments and stuff kind of between each of them, and that we can do skits and things that don't actually have to require every single character being involved, and we can kind of isolate and separate our groups and stuff. Big wish, though, I guess, going forward, which I don't believe is going to happen, despite this being about Noko, like, and her being the like the main thing because she's in the fucking title and everything, right? This is Koshi is the main character, so we're likely gonna follow her. And I guess my biggest problem with the whole series so far is I just don't really enjoy Koshi at all. Like, everything about the torture scenes and the things kind of like annoying her and utilizing her for like to be in the end of the joke of everything, and just kind of torturing her in the process, all really falls flat, unfortunately. And it hasn't really grown on me at all throughout this, and if anything, it just keeps getting more and more annoying every time that it happens. So I'm not too thrilled at that. Well, and every single time that the other characters come on screen, I enjoy it, though. That's the problem I think that I'm running into, is we're not getting any like Noko, like just moments only about her, or maybe even moments just between her and Bashame, or her and the sister. Like, we're not getting any just like maybe one-on-one moments or solo moments between them or anything. And the only time that we do get stuff like that, it seems to be just Koshi solo moments, or her interacting with the deers or the other characters and stuff. And that's just a bit unfortunate, because her character just doesn't have the uniqueness and the funness to her like the other ones do, which is upsetting a little bit to me, because the build up that we have of her being, you know, this delinquent and trying to act out and be somebody different and all that can be fun, and you can play around with it. And I've seen it done very quality in some other shows and things, but it's just I don't know, it just doesn't, a lot of the setups and things that we're doing, specifically when she ends up being like the target of a lot of the jokes and everything, end up finding themselves to be fairly repetitive and maybe not the most creative, for me at least, and they just don't hit as much, which is, I think, is just a bit unfortunate, because like I said, I love when all the other characters are together or on screen or doing something. It's just her being the center focus of so many of these things just it hasn't really hit or done anything, and it's gotten a little bit old, unfortunately. There's a traitor among us. Oh my goodness. Here we are, of course. The character designs are really fun. I just love the coloring overall of her. I love the idea of her just being tiny completely, and everything she has being completely oversized, needing to use the stools that she has, the ears, or the way that she does her hair, at least, to make it look like some sort of ears, being the little like evil kind of gremlin, I think is great, and I am a fan of that. Like this, every single time you see her standing on this to see over in the crowd when the Deer Club was having their big old thing that they were in the second episode, and just being in the background, nobody being able to like hear over or pay any sort of attention to her, and her entire goal is to take over and completely take down the president, Belonging's personal step stool. Of course, we end up meeting the secretary, who is a complete mess. She's another one where it like makes me fear a little bit, where she's so flat with who she is as a character. She has like one sort of trait and it's just not fun to me. So of course it made like a lot of the stuff with her like screaming and yelling and stuff like this. Like this is the over the top humor that I'm not like interested in too much. And I don't know, like this was fun. This is a fun scene with her yelling and the way that they kind of draw her face and everything, but it gets to a certain point where sometimes it's a little bit too much. It plays itself off nice though, I guess, despite my complaints with Koshi herself and kind of just the dynamic and everything. The dynamic between the two play it off nice, because it's the over the top stupidity of somebody and then the other person like monotone just talking and being like, what are you talking about? No, that's not gonna happen. Like what is this person on? And I think it works itself out to be pretty well, I guess, between the two of them in certain moments, but other ones I guess just not as strong. And then our third member, who is just completely no emotion in the slightest, just straightforward doing her thing, very difficult to speak to, doesn't really expand upon anything, and Koshi struggles completely until you make a mention of something that could be really important, and all of a sudden some sort of emotion comes out of the person. Run into the club, being excited to actually go there. She can't fool anyone. I like this, switching her into this little style and having her completely freak out. But look who's already here at the club room, and they're already being familiar with her, which is not what Koshi wants at all, because of course can't expose the secret. I love Noku bringing up the episode stuff and even breaking the wall and talking about that on the screen and be like, yeah, this is literally the recording from last week. This is everything that we have. You have a secret, you have things that you're trying to hide. I love reintroducing this deer, bringing him back. That's sick. Just for no reason at all. And then it's like, see, like stuff like this. Well, we have her in the background, Koshi going crazy and like losing her shit. Instead, we have Noko just messing around and doing her own things and involving the other characters and making the scenes interesting, right? We have the other characters doing things that are really entertaining. I love her just digging in here, and it's not just like some random liquid or something. Like it's just literally nothing. It's completely empty until she gets the thing she wants. She lights up because of course we end up finding out later her absolute love that she ends up having for Noko. I love her going home and being like, wait, you have a emotion? What the fuck is going on with you? What does that look? So thrilled, of course. Everybody loves her. We need to figure out how we can get better and work with other people, so we got to bring somebody in. We bring in a classic, of course, trapping ourselves inside of here. Over the top panic, as always. Nothing different was to be expected from her. Let's count our days. Things are going to be over. This, it's just like stupidity. I love it. Going into a random song and dance about this thing that she ends up making up. And it's all a joke at the end of the day to play up the idea that we have to end up beating Koshi so we can win this award for the performance and everything that she put on previously. Just so stupid. Lying on your introductions, expanding on her a little bit, but at the same time not really, until our god ends up coming in. But it's actually a joke on her own end. She's growing her own mushrooms, she's doing her own things. Completely lose it at thinking people are out for her, but instead we get to have a good old fun time at the end. But look, everybody's here except for the one who's trying to take us down. That is what we end up having. It's all right. It was all right again, but I am feeling, and I'll be like completely transparent, felt it throughout the past couple episodes since the first one, where I thought it was really entertaining, and each of them have had like really strong moments. Certain things I feel like I'm almost forcing myself a little bit more to laugh through, and each episode it gets a little bit more and more forceful, and a little bit less and less kind of clever or interesting with what they're doing here. I don't know what that means going forward or what we're gonna do. I don't know if it's a take it episode by episode or what, but we'll, I guess, end up figuring it out, and we'll just continue going forward. Hopefully you guys enjoyed though. If you liked it all, the like and subscribe amounts, me feel free to check out the videos and channel and comments of this better series. I'll be back for episode 5 probably next week. Have a great one. Peace.